We are still continuing with topic 5 business ethics, which is business in its diverse moral context. And in this video, we are going to look at business and its culture environment. And we shall start by defining organization culture. Yeah, organization culture, are those things that are done in the organization on a daily. Those are the things that make up the culture. Yeah, and those things they determine whether people in the organization will behave ethically or they will not. It all starts with the culture of the organization. There are very many definitions of organizational culture, but Gibson, he defines organizational culture as a collective phenomenon or observable fact. And he says that it emerges from members' beliefs and then their social interactions. It contains shared values, it contains mutual understanding, the patterns of beliefs, and then the behaviors. And those behaviors tie individuals in an organization together over time. So, an organization culture can decide whether it can determine whether employees will stay for long or they will not, because you can have some weird culture whereby a few will be able to keep up with it. Yes, so those organizations they tie individuals in an organization together over time. The way you interact with your employees, the values that you have, the understanding that is there between the employer and the employees, and the behaviors that you expect from employees, they would determine whether employees will keep living or they will stay. Yeah, and that is organizational culture. It is a collective phenomenon and it emerges from things like beliefs, social interactions. It contains shared values, mutual understanding, and everything. And that is according to Gibson. And these beliefs and assumptions that are considered valid or effective, they are passed down through the organization and they are taught to new members as the way they should perceive, feel, and act in the organization. Yeah, the organization culture is supposed to be for everyone. Even when new employees come in the organization, they teach them and they tell them how they are expected to behave. Here we are supposed to be like this and that. We put on heels. You're supposed to put on the uniform. You're not supposed to come late. Things like that. You're supposed to leave at this time, and that is the culture. The things that they do every day, they are the things that make the culture. Let's look at the benefits of organization culture or corporate culture. First is that it guides how things are done in an organization and it indicates what should be important to the employees. There are those organizations whereby they do not allow you to date your fellow employee, and if you do, they either shift you to another branch or they fire you. So it indicates what is important, what should be done, and what should not be done. Then it helps to explain what happens in an organization, since the behaviors within the company should be consistent. And it is the behavior that explains what should be done. For example, Stanbic Bank, if you're a lady and you work there, you're supposed to put on heels like always. So it shows what should be done in the company. Yeah, and it helps to explain what happens in the company. You're supposed to put on blue and all those things. Then the culture, it helps to create a sense of identity and enhance social stability. For example, kids that studied from Kampala Quality, they have the same handwriting. It is their culture. Once you go to their school, you're supposed to write like that. And that creates a sense of identity. When they meet each other, they can just know that they studied from the same school.